Hello, Coach. My name is Wyatt Stickney. I'm a senior at Oshkosh West High School in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Currently, I'm in three clubs at my high school. I'm in O'Neill and Kemp, which are both honor societies for community service and stuff like that, and then FBLA, which is a business club for it kind of teaches about all the different business fields. Outside of school, I like to do a lot of sports. I used to do soccer and pretty much every sport you could name, but kind of moved on to individual sports. I have a cottage up north that we go to almost every other weekend to wakeboard and stuff, and I also have a job at a golf course nearby where I work 20 to 30 hours a week. At the course, I do pretty much everything outside, like parking the carts, picking the range, and any other job that they need to have done. Started playing golf in about 7th grade, and it didn't really start to become my main priority until sophomore year when I really started to be competitive with it. And I didn't really start focusing on my swing and mechanics till then, but once that happened, I really started to practice a lot and realized mechanics are important. I also realized competing was important. Started doing a lot of the summer tournaments in the junior PGA. My game really started to progress after my sophomore year, and by the time I got to the junior year summer, I ended up winning a tournament, and by the end, I was averaging in the low to mid 70s. Currently, I'm one of the top players in the Valley, and with my senior year yet to come, I hope to be one of the best in the state. But I don't want it to end there because I love the game, I want to keep competing and get better, and work really hard and be successful on the college level. I'm a really hard worker, and I think that would just rub off on everyone else. I'd love to practice every day, and I also just hate to lose. Coach, thanks for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Hi, Coach. My name is Carolyn Barnett Howe. I'm a PGA professional in Northeast Wisconsin. The film that you are about to see is that of Wyatt Stickney from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. My goal with this film, Coach, is to show you the strengths and, quite frankly, some of the weaknesses in his swing so that you can decide if he's a player that fits well on your team and fits well into your program. I like to show the profile view here so that you can see his posture and his balance. He's just swinging a short club here. We've frozen it so that you can see the shaft angle coming into the ball and, quite frankly, his leg work. We're going to move on from here and show you his impact position. And I want you to notice his feet. They're, I think, in a beautiful position. His hips are open. I really like Wyatt's position here. His club face is a little open, but that was more where we froze the film. At the end of each of Wyatt's swing, you'll see this characteristic over rotation of the back right foot. I don't think that's a horrible move. I think that's a move that a lot of flexible youngsters make, and I'm not overly concerned about it because he's in such a beautiful position at impact, but it's something that he can work on in his collegiate career. So as we move on with his profile swing, I actually like Wyatt's balance other than a little over rotation. His swing plane looks good. He has another characteristic move, which is a relatively weak grip at the top. He likes that flat wrist. Many tour players also swing with that. What it does is it makes his club face look very shut at the top, but because he rotates through the ball so well with his body, much like a Paul Azinger, that club face is square at impact. Here we've gone to some shorter wedges. I wanted you to see his 3/4 move and his half move. I think he's well in plane here. That's a flop shot move. Now as we switch to the front, again we're on the wedges and he's just hitting the 3/4 and the flop moves. It's a nice 3/4 punch. As we move to the longer clubs, again, what we're looking at is his shoulder turn, his hip turn. I like Wyatt's body movement and his golf swing. I think his two weakest parts are perhaps a little bit his leg work and his grip. Here we've slowed it down so that you could see the club in all the positions. You'll see the shut club face at the top. You'll see him fire his right arm through, much like Ricky Fowler and Lee Westwood. We've stopped the film here at the top of his swing so that you could see his body position, the club face, and his hands. I think he makes a terrific turn, and I love his body position here. We'll move on down to his transition move halfway down. Here, his lag angle is wonderful. I like his leg position as well. His hips are rotating out. You can see his hips are leading the swing. And again, you're going to see that club face is shut. He accommodates that by really turning his lower body and rotating his body beautifully through the swing. And as you see it impact, his right hand is dead square to the target. His feet are in a good position. I really think that Wyatt excels at the impact position, which is hugely important in golf. So as we move forward on the next couple of swings, we've slowed these down for you as well so that you can analyze the swing yourself and watch what Wyatt's tendencies are. Here's a sequence of swings that I think are kind of neat. We'll stop here for a second and let you check various positions. In frame number 4, you'll see Wyatt's takeaway move, and I love the way his shoulders have turned and his hips have turned in sequence. In frame number 10, you'll see his transition move down with his lag angle and his legs starting to pull the swing forward. And in swing number 14, again, we're back at that impact position, with his feet solid on the ground, his head steady, and his hips already having cleared. Coach, here we're moving on to the profile of Wyatt's swing. What I'm trying to do is give you a sense of his balance, his posture, his setup, and his swing plane. So I'm going to be quiet for a little while, Coach, and just let you watch his swing motion. Coach, Wyatt is one of those unique students that for every hour he spends with me, he probably wanders off and puts in 80 hours on his own. He's a really hard worker, but he also is just one of those young guys that has a passion for the game. Here's the profile of the split screen, and again, this is just to give you a visual of the different positions in his swing. I like to have each player show you several of their short game shot techniques. I think Wyatt does quite nicely here. He's got a very good short game. He practices it a lot. It's hard to show imagination. That's really the hallmark of a player with a great short game. Here we've moved on to his putting stroke, and again, that's a bit difficult to show. I'm not a huge fan of Wyatt's grip, but I will tell you this, he's a fantastic putter. He uses that right hand and pendulums that through to his target in an incredibly efficient manner. Coach, Wyatt is a very studious, hard-working young man. He gets great grades in school. He's worked very hard on his golf game, and he has an incredible passion for the game. Wyatt's going to be a terrific teammate. He's very coachable, and in my opinion, his best years are ahead of him. Wyatt, in his initial interview, made reference to the fact that he came to the game late. I don't believe that at all. I think he came to the game just at the right moment. He's put in a ton of time, and I don't think he's any bit behind his peers at all. I think he's a great college prospect, and his best years will be his collegiate years.